Hello, NBA fans, and welcome back to the NBA The Week That Was, a video series that recaps events in the NBA each week. We are currently on episode 7, and I have to apologize for the delay. I was on vacation for the last 2 weeks and was unable to analyze everything that went by. However, from this week until the NBA Finals, I will try my best to stay consistent and not miss a single episode. In this episode, I'm trying out something new. This episode will be on the shorter side, and it will just involve me talking about a team and how they're doing this season, as well as addressing the trade rumors surrounding Pistons center Andre Drummond. In the future, I will be doing this type of video from time to time. Anyways, let's get right into the next episode of the NBA, the week that was. The team that I want to talk about this week is the Milwaukee Bucks. As the season has gone on, the Bucks have progressed from Eastern Conference Finals hopefuls to, in my eyes, the team with the greatest chance to win the NBA Finals. Yes, I think the Bucks can win the finals over the Lakers and Clippers. The biggest reason behind their success is obviously the historic season that Giannis Antetokounmpo is having. He is in his 7th season in the NBA, and every year he has found a way to get better. This year, he addressed a glaring defect in his otherwise impeccable game, his three-point shot. He is taking more threes than he has ever taken, and he's making one-third of them. That is the best percentage of his career, by far. He is 100% my favorite to win the MVP this year because of his historical level of domination and his team's success because of his play. However, Giannis isn't the only reason for the Bucks' 31-5 record. The NBA has always seen many teams with a generational talent be an average team because they have no support around them. For example, LeBron James in his first stint in Cleveland, Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota right now, and Anthony Davis in New Orleans in the past. All these teams failed to build a squad to support their star, and thus were regarded as mediocre teams. The Bucks front office has done an outstanding job making a roster that is just the roster Giannis needs to succeed. They have found and created shooters at every position, so that when Giannis drives to the rim, he has all the space he needs to dunk the ball or kick it out to the decent three-point shooters surrounding him. The key role players for Milwaukee this season have been players like George Hill, Brook Lopez, Dante DiVincenzo, and Pat Connaughton. 3 out of the 4 players I listed come off the bench, yet most of the time, they have more of a positive impact on their squad than many starters do. Overall, with the roster the Bucks have and their winning mentality, they are true favorites to win the Larry O'Brien Trophy this year. In other news, not involving on-the-court action, the Detroit Pistons have been engaged in trade talks with the Atlanta Hawks involving their star player Andre Drummond. When I first got this Twitter notification from the legend Adrian Wojnarowski, I was extremely happy. Andre Drummond is the player that the Hawks need to make the jump in the Eastern Conference. Drummond is an outstanding two-way player. This season, he is averaging 17 points and a league-leading 16 rebounds per game, while also averaging 2 steals and 2 blocks per game. Drummond is the type of player who would make a positive impact on all 30 teams in the league, but he's the ideal player for the Hawks. Atlanta is in need of an experienced player at the center position who can be another pick-and-roll partner for Trae Young. Young has an uncanny ability to get the ball in the right hands at the right place and time, and Drummond will greatly benefit from playing with a player like Trae. However, the acquisition of Drummond will help the Hawks more on the defensive side of things. As exemplified in Drummond's stats that I mentioned beforehand, Drummond can serve as a defensive anchor, and that is what Atlanta is searching so desperately for. Atlanta has the perfect pieces that can be used in a deal for Drummond. I can picture 2 possibilities. One possibility is that Atlanta ships an expiring contract, such as Chandler Parsons or Evan Turner, along with a first-round pick. Another deal is that Atlanta doesn't send a pick, but ships an expiring contract along with a young and talented player such as Cam Reddish, who has a lot of potential. The Hawks will try their best to keep their young players in town, but worst comes to worst, I believe sacrificing someone like Reddish or Damian Jones for Andre Drummond is worth it. And with that, we wrap up this episode of the NBA, the week that was. I talked about off-the-court action in this episode, and I would love to hear your feedback on it. So please, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll catch you next week on the NBA, the week that was. See ya!